G'day lawners, it's Matt Dawn from Lawn Porn. Get your lawn on. Now I've been away from the lawn for 10 days because of work. Finally got back, and this is going to be my roster for a while. I'm going to be 10 days away, 4 days back at home, 10 days away, 4 days back at home. So it's not ideal. I might need to explain the situation with the lawn that I'm doing at the moment. I've had a lot of comments of people saying, you know, why don't you just rip it all up and put new turf down? Well, I could have done that, yes, and that would have been easy and put irrigation and everything, although irrigation's never easy to do. But the idea with this lawn is just to use what I had. Not everybody's got the availability to go run out and get roll out turf and install a whole new lawn. It's very costly up front. My train of thought is usually get the bad guys first, because they're taking the nutrients from what you want, the grass that you want. Road grass is also taking nutrients from the grass you want, so you want to get rid of them. But now that I'm not going to be here for 10 days out of 14, really stuffs me around. So I just have to rethink my plans a little bit. I'm going to fertilise first, which is something I really don't like doing, simply because I'm fertilising the weeds as well. But the idea is, you know, I'll give it that mow, I'll fertilise. That'll be good for the lawn. It'll also be good for the weeds, but once the weeds come up and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna smack them down with a selective herbicide. Go away. Look, sure, if I was here full time, I would treat the weeds first, wait for them to die out, because after doing a selective herbicide treatment on weeds, you usually need to at least give it 4 or 5 days before you mow again. You need to let the herbicide do its thing, and if you're hacking it too soon, less of the herbicide is in the plant, you're just going to encourage the weed to grow again, and that's no good. So you can see my thinking, right? I've only got 4 days that I'm home to muck around with. I don't want to be treating the weeds with a selective herbicide and then hang around for a few days not being able to do anything. The mow that I'm going to give it will promote the lateral growth. I'm going to put down Charger, which will promote some leaf growth and some lateral growth. I'm also going to put down Root Builder to look after the root system. And yes, I'm going to be fertilising the weeds as well, but you know, then I'm going to come along with this weed smackdown before I go away for 10 days again. So this is going to be the plan for a little while. And look, we're in the second half of autumn. I've still got growth. I just want to take as much advantage of that as quickly as I can. So, you know, as soon as I got back, mow, fertilise, a few days down the track, then I'll hit it with the selective herbicide. Watering up to this point has been 3 times a day for 10 minutes, morning, noon and in the afternoon. And the reason I've been watering like that is I want to keep the top of the surface moist to promote the grasses to grow into that area. Now the lawn is a little bit more established, it doesn't need so much water. And also considering it is the second half of autumn, the lawn is starting to slow in growth. There's no point chasing growth into areas that are not going to happen over the cooler months. Now I reduce my watering to 2 times a week, early in the morning, a bit more deeply. So probably on my sprinklers about 30 minutes. If you've got a lawn and you water like every day, all the time, just a little bit, the root system is always going to be shallow and it's not going to be a fantastic plant. It's also a very inefficient way to use water. If you want your lawn to be drought tolerant, you need to train the roots to go deep. And the only way that you can do that is to do deep watering infrequently, because the roots will go down searching for that water which is deeper in the soil profile. So the lawn has come a long way since I did the top dress a month ago. It is doing quite well, however the coverage is not there 100%, and nor would I expect it to be, and those exposed areas will unfortunately be a haven for weeds to germinate. I've got a few road grasses still that I've got to deal with. Now this irrigation, which was pre-installed before I got here, is a bit of a nightmare. So to mow the area, I'm actually going to remove it and then replace it after I mowed. Not the best solution, but it'll get me by, because I certainly don't want to be hitting those when I mow. I've been hanging out to use the Mow Master, so today I finally got to have a sort of a proper go with it, I suppose. This is a 15mm cut of height, nothing too special. Made sure that my soil was quite moist. I didn't want any of the dirt or the sand getting into the blades, and as you can see, it's not totally level. The mower is bouncing around a little bit,
but this gave me a nice clean cut, which I could fertilise on straight away.
Slight little chop.
Now, I didn't pick up much clippings, and look, I don't want to be hacking right into it. I need the height, but I still want to promote the lateral growth. So after I've done the first cut with the catcher, I did a double cut without the catcher. It's just more or less to just tidy up anything that I might have missed, and yeah, it's a little bit addictive to use, so I just wanted to just keep using it and getting used to it. So straight after the mow, I did an application of Charger at 300 mils per the 100 square metres and Root Builder at 50 mils per the 100 square metres as a tank mix. Put this all down, and look, unfortunately that'll get the weeds going as well, but I'll smack them down in a few days. Now I put these things back in, and as you can see, it's a bloody nightmare. It's above my grass height, which is just terrible. Could you imagine the mower going into them? Clunk. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier on in the video, and I do apologise for not mentioning it, is another reason that I didn't choose to put down my selective herbicide today for the weeds, is because we've got rain coming. We've got 5 to 10 mil coming tonight. So look, I thought about this as well, like later on in the day, putting down some history and some moist. I don't think I've got any real bug problems, but moist would certainly go well with the soil. But oh look, I fertilised today. I'll just leave it at one thing at a time. The soil's accepting the water not too bad anyway. Look, I'm really enjoying doing this series for you, even though I'm away a lot of the time, but it has a lot of value for people, I hope, and I hope you get something out of it. If you are getting something out of this video, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You'll get notified when I drop a video. Get your lawn on.